Hi guys, Valcon here. Today, I wanted to show an awesome website called RPG Playground. This is a website to create 2D games, without any coding, and free of charge. The first thing we're going to do is click on Make. We'll name our game Instance Fighter. I want our game to be a simple 1v1 arena. The player will be able to fight an enemy, receive a reward, and fight the next enemy. Let's start by setting up our player first. You can follow along here. So, we've selected our player hero and modified the stats to fit our game a bit better. Notably, we raised the health to around and even 100. We also increased damage from 10 to 20. Next, we'll want to set up our map. You can follow along here. Perfect. So, we've modified our map size and then decorated it with some ground tiles. For me, this makes it feel like we're in a backyard brawl. Next, we're going to create our enemy. You can follow along here. Perfect. So, we've added in a monster, rather than a humanoid, to save time. The monsters tend to have health and attack abilities already installed. We adjusted the stats because he was a little too strong and we were just a bit too weak. At the end of the fight, having 25 health remain. This puts us in a tense fight, but the stakes aren't too high for our first fight. We'll make some final tweaks to our enemy character, so we're fighting someone rather than something. Everything looks good. Now we'll get into the actual game logic a bit. So, let's go over tokens and doors. Tokens are just your standard variable. We'll be using the tokens here to let the game know when the hero has killed the enemy to open a door. You can follow along here. Perfect, so what we did here was use tokens to mark when certain events happen and then wrote some dialogue for the player to enjoy what's going on around them. Using switches, we're able to do something like colliders would in a 3D engine. With this setup, this can be rotationally used so that the levels can be copied, expanded, redecorated, all with the same core logic in mind. We want to push forward, fight enemies through rounds, and get a victory. I just wanted to wrap this up by saying, don't forget that this website is totally free to use. Free to use, free to create, free to publish. This should be way bigger than it is, in my honest opinion. Anyway, that's it for me. Next video, we'll look at creating a simple blacksmith RPG, mainly through quests and dialogue.